Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your boy KingSuperior, aka the DelayGawd, and I'm back with another video. Now look, man, a lot of y'all been asking me the same shit in my DM over and over, you know what I'm saying, for the past few weeks after I made that the advanced dribble tutorial and the moonwalk tutorial. A lot of y'all been struggling with the moonwalk, you know what I'm saying, and y'all probably struggling for two main reasons, you know what I'm saying. Now I will say the moonwalk is not an easy move to master, so if you're struggling, that's perfectly fine. It's okay, because it's not something that any beginner could just master on their first few tries. It takes a little practice, but if you've been practicing for hours or days, you should know how to do it by now. Like I said, there's probably a few reasons why you're struggling with it or you can't do it, and I'm gonna explain those reasons right here. First of all, for the moonwalk, yo, my neighbors always be going crazy when I'm trying to make a video, my nigga. Now look, bro, for the moonwalk, man, you don't need any specific ball handling, bro. I moonwalk on my glass cleaning lock, and my ball handling on him is like a 36 or a 32 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that just shows that the ball handling does not matter for the moonwalk. You could do it on damn near any build. Now, obviously, if you're on a glass lock, trying to moonwalk is going to be a little bit more difficult because it's going to be a lot slower. Now 9 times out of 10, anybody watching this video, you're not trying to do this on a glass lock, you're not trying to do this on an interior force or some shit. You're trying to do this on a guard, a play shot, an offensive threat, a slashing playmaker, something you're trying to do on a guard that has good ball handling, okay? Which means it's going to be a lot easier than trying to do it on an extremely low ball handling, but the ball handling does not limit you from doing this move. Now, the first reason why you're probably messing up with the moonwalk is you're probably rushing this move, okay? Now, when I first started doing the moonwalk, when I first was learning to do it, I was messing up a lot too, simply because I was trying to rush this move. Now, this is the biggest tip when it comes to dribbling in general, not just the moonwalk, bro. If you try to rush moves, a lot of times you're not gonna get it. Like, you'll see a guy comboing up on the screen a lot faster than what it actually is on the controller. Like, you might be flicking your stick at a slow rate on the controller, but on the screen your player is moving a lot faster. Do not try to match the speed of what your player is doing on the screen with your controller, because it's not the same speed, bro. You're dribbling slower than what your player actually does, so do not ever try to match the speed of your favorite YouTuber dribbling, because what you're seeing on screen is a lot faster, and if you try to match that speed, 9 times out of 10 you're going to mess up your combos, okay? It's the same exact thing for the moonwalk, especially the moonwalk. Now, it's called the moonwalk for a reason. You have to get that walk back. If you do not get that walk back, you're not gonna get any combos, okay? Now, some people who have mastered the moonwalk, or not necessarily mastered it, but can do the moonwalk ever so often, and you're struggling with the combos, is because you do not get that walk. The walk is the most important thing about that move, okay? If you rush that walk, or if you try to combo out of it before you actually get the walk, you're not gonna do it. Your player's gonna stop, or you're gonna get like a weird hesitation animation. You have to make sure you get that walk, okay? So to get that walk, I found the easier way to get the walk, and I'm gonna show you guys the easier way that I found out actually last night and this morning. I found the easier way to get the actual moonwalk to trigger. Now, the last time I told you, the last 2 tutorials I made on the moonwalk, last 2 or 3 tutorials I made on it, I told y'all you want to rotate your right. Bro, my throat, my bad guys, I'm extremely sorry. The last few moonwalk tutorials, I told y'all you want to rotate from the bottom over to the right or over to the left, depending on which side you're going. Now that works. That is the generic way to do it, but I have found a better way, a much more efficient way to do the moonwalk, especially if you're trying to combo out of it, if you're trying to do the high spin out of it. What you want to do is just push your left stick directly to the sides. Like, I've been trying that today, and it's been working a lot easier than actually the old method that I showed you and everyone else showed you. You know what I'm saying? That's the generic method, and there's nothing wrong with doing it that way. If you've mastered it that way and you could do it good that way, just keep doing it that way. Don't change nothing up. If you've mastered it, just keep doing it that way, okay? But if you're struggling, bro, an easier way that I have found to make it work, you just push your left stick directly to the left or to the right, okay? So let's say the ball is in your right hands, right? And you flick your right stick back, whatever. Once you turn sideways, because okay, let me break it down, because this might be the first time some of y'all are watching this video. Hold on, let me make this truck pass loud as hell. I'm gonna break it down, because this might be the first tutorial that some of y'all are watching on my channel, okay? So I'm for the moonwalk, man, the main thing you want to do is just get your player to turn sideways, okay? Now, there's many different ways to turn sideways. Now, I'm gonna show you guys a few ways to turn sideways right here. Let me get the ball machine real quick, and I'm gonna show you guys a few ways to turn sideways to trigger the moonwalk, okay? Now, after I showed you guys a few ways to turn sideways, you could pick whichever one you like better to turn sideways. I'm just gonna show you guys a few ways, okay? So the ball is in your right hand, so what you're gonna do is make sure you're holding RT, R2, whichever console you're on. Then you're gonna flick your right stick straight downwards, and then you're gonna pull your left stick diagonally downwards to the left, and you should turn sideways like this, okay? You're trying to get the player to turn sideways like that. You need your player to turn sideways to trigger the moonwalk. If the ball is in your left hand, you're gonna hold RT, R2, whichever console you're on. You're gonna flick your right stick straight downwards, and then you're gonna pull your left stick diagonally downwards to the right like this. Bow, your player's gonna turn sideways, okay? You need to get that turn. Now there's another way you could do it, okay? If the ball is in your left hand, what you could do is you could flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the right, and then pull your left stick diagonally downwards to the left like this. Bow. But you want to make sure you're holding RT, because if you don't hold RT, your player's gonna do this. Watch. See, you have to make sure you're holding RT to get the turn animation. Now you hold RT after you flick the right stick, because if you do it while flicking the right stick, you're gonna get a curry slide. Okay, see, you're gonna get a curry slide. So you hold RT after you flick the right stick diagonally downwards to the right, and then you turn bow. Now if the ball is in your right hand, it's the same exact thing. You flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the left, then hold RT, and then pull your left stick diagonally downwards to the right like this. Bow, he turns sideways, okay? Now that's a few ways. That's one way you could turn sideways. There's two ways you could turn sideways to the moonwalk, and those are the most ways that people do. Those two ways that are the ways that everyone does it. A lot of people like to do the between the legs and then turn sideways. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, though, I like to do the escape, where you flick your right stick down and then turn sideways. I like doing that one a lot better. Okay. Now let's move on to what I was gonna initially tell you guys with the moonwalk. All right. So you've turned sideways, and watch. If you try to rush the moonwalk, this is what it's gonna look like. If you try to rush it like that, you're gonna get that animation. Or there's another animation you could get. Let me see. Hold on. If you try to rush it, you're gonna get some weird looking animations. Yeah, and there's another animation you can get, okay? Now, what you need to do is you need to take your time. Do not rush the walk back, okay? So you flick your stick down, you take your time, make sure you turn sideways, and then bow. See how I got the moonwalk? I took my time. I did not rush. A lot of y'all, like, you're rushing. Like, I want to get a moonwalk. When you do the moonwalk, just clear your mind. Listen to me. Like, literally, it's literally like you're practicing in real life. You clear your mind and just tell yourself, if I don't get it on the first try, it's okay. Don't fight yourself over trying to get the moonwalk down on the first try, because 9 times out of 10 you're not, okay? Be okay with the fact of messing up on the first try. So you flick your right stick down, boom, you turn sideways, take your time, bow. See? That's also another moonwalk animation. Now that one, I kind of pushed my stick directly to the side, and it gave me a slightly different looking moonwalk, but that one right there is better for comboing out of, okay? Now the generic method I told you, that one is a lot harder to combo out of, but watch. Took my time. There you go. That's a generic method. You see how my guys walk back? Now there's another one you could do. It's the same moonwalk as well, but it looks slightly different. And it's that one is the one that a lot of people do when they want to trigger the half spin. Okay, and this is the one when you push it directly to the side. So what I just did right there was, after I did the moonwalk, after I turned sideways, I rotated my left stick from the very bottom over to the right in a counterclockwise motion. That's what I did right there. Okay, now I'm gonna show you guys the one where you just push your left stick directly to the right. Okay, all right. So with the moonwalk, right, another thing is to you want to make sure your players start to turn. Like, once you see your player, as soon as your players start to turn, see, there you go. As soon as your players start to turn, that's when you start rotating your stick or push it directly to the right. Now, honestly, I'm not going to even lie to you. I don't know if I want to recommend the pushing right directly, but you could try whichever method works better for you. You could push it directly to the right, or you could do the rotating method. Honestly, maybe if you're a beginner, the pushing right might actually be harder. I'm not sure, but you could try both methods, okay? Now, but like I said, you want your player to start turning right first, turning sideways first, because if you try to just fucking rotate that shit fast, you're not gonna get the moonwalk, bro. Like, as soon as your player starts to turn to the right, that's when you want to do it. But you also don't want to wait too long, because if you wait too long, this is the animation you're gonna get. Watch, I'm gonna wait long, and that's the animation you're gonna get. So that's why as soon as your players start to turn sideways, that's when you want to start rotating your stick. Okay, there you go. For that one right there, I push my right stick directly to the right. So you see, it looked a little bit different, but my neighbors be really, yo, I swear to God, bro, I'm tired of my neighbors, bro. But yeah, there we go, bow. See, you have to make sure you don't, man. It's because a lot of y'all be messaging me. It's like, y'all messed up with the moonwalk, and you can't wait too long after you turn sideways, and you also cannot rush it. You know what I'm saying? Like right there, see, I deliberately rush it just to show you that it doesn't work. As soon as your player starts to turn sideways, like right there, boom, you start to rotate your stick. You start to rotate over to the right. And if the ball's in your left hand, like this, is the same thing I just said. You pull it down, and then I rush it right there. But yeah, you get the point, bro. You get the point. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically the 2 problems you guys probably are having with the moonwalk. You're rushing it, you're taking it too slow, and if the rotate method doesn't necessarily work for you, try pushing your your left stick directly to the left or to the right. Now, if you want a more in-depth, well, I have a previous dribble tutorial on the moonwalk. I will link that in the description. I recommend that you guys watch that to get the controls down. But after you got the controls down, keep in mind everything that I said in this video to perfect it, okay? Because this video came after, which means I'm giving you some extra tips upon what I gave you. But that video right there is going to show you how to do it exactly. And I also have a hand cam. I have the controller on screen in that tutorial and the hand cam in that tutorial. And then once you watch this with the tips that I gave you in this video, my neighbors, I know y'all probably hearing that. With the tips I gave you in this video and the controls from that video, you should be able to do the moonwalk after that, okay? Hopefully this tutorial did help y'all out, you know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of y'all been struggling with the moonwalk. A lot of y'all, I've been seeing so many requests about it. I've been getting so many moonwalk questions the entire year, like drop a moonwalk tutorial, drop a moonwalk tutorial. And when I dropped this, like, a lot of people still struggle with it. A lot of people got it, you know what I'm saying? But there's still a lot of people who struggle with it. And I really, like I said, I mainly think it's just because you're rushing it, man. I really think it's just because you're rushing. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think it's because you're taking too long. I think it's more because all the clips that I looked at, a lot of y'all don't even get to do the moonwalk. Y'all try to do the combos. Like, y'all send me clips, and then I see y'all like turn sideways, and then your player starts. That's because you're trying to rush the combo before you even get to do the actual walk back. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, hopefully this tutorial did help y'all out, man. My name is KingSuperior. I have a playlist in the description. It's called NBA 2K20 tutorials and tips playlist. I'm talking about there are tons and tons of dribble tutorials in there. If there's a dribble move you're looking for, you could go ahead and check that playlist out. You might find it in there. There's a lot of helpful tutorials in there, so I recommend that you guys go ahead and check that out. If this video did help you guys out, be sure to drop a like on this video, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch y'all in my next video, man. Peace.